come read us?
No.
How you doing, Brad? Good to see you again.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
How are things going?
Good. Hi. Good to see you again. Yeah,
How are
thanks
things
for
going with
coming.
the ramp up?
Oh, that's great. We're busy.
Yeah.
Go ahead and sit down. Yeah.
Showroom looks good.
Yeah, we're
Fully
getting ready for
staffed?
the grand opening, hiring people and getting the cars in there. And
Still getting
ready
your
to roll.
inventory in, I see.
Yep. Hopefully we'll all get in. We got to do that car giveaway, so we're trying to figure out how to handle that and make sure we have all the staff ready to go when we kick things off.
So now being a week or two into this since last we met, what are your thoughts on the comparison to starting a dealership here in Dallas versus Houston?
Well, it's different. I mean, it's so close to number 1 and 2 with Luke Riley and Dusty Wallace. It's difficult. We've had some of their staff come by, and so I think it's going to be a lot more competitive than it was down in Houston. And obviously, the owner who owns both of them, he's wants me to. He's kind of old school. Wants me to go with the newspaper and the traditional forms, and I've got some concerns if that's going to do the trick here, because we need to really come out strong and let people know that we're a new Honda dealer. There's another option.
Okay. That was one of the questions I failed to ask you last when I was here. Does Honda have a protocol as far as their co-op dollars go, or as far as their advertising strategy? Do they encourage the dealerships to group together and do a blanket type of program?
They're pretty flexible. You've got the national dollars where they're trying to build the Honda brand, and then obviously we can get some dollars just for our own dealership.
Okay.
So the challenge is Honda's got a great brand here. We've got some, it's kind of a price parity. We've got 2 other dealerships selling the same cars I'm selling, so I need to find a way to separate myself and kind of differentiate myself from the competition.
Okay. Last time when we had met, you told us that your sole purpose and goal and objective was to drive customers to your front door.
Yep.
And obviously, the tradition in car dealerships, as is with your dealership, both in Houston and here in Dallas, obviously, is to be heavy into print from an advertising perspective. You also mentioned that there was going to be a mix of radio, some television. And I'm in complete agreement with that. And as you look at our product and as you begin to observe how we work, it really is a great supplemental product to what your current advertising campaign is. There are features and benefits to every one of the mediums that you're going to indulge yourself in over the next few weeks as you ramp up this grand opening.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously your key and most effective way of becoming recognized in the market is through brand recognition, brand awareness.
Right, and I think the paper does that phenomenally. We've done that for years in Houston. We want to do that here. I mean, you can't beat, a big ad in the paper. You're right there. If, Luke Riley's going to be in the paper, he's going to have a half page. I want a half page or a full page with color.
No, you're absolutely right. And when you talk about a launch medium, newspaper, television, radio, they're going to be the staples. And we're really taking an angle with our program as being a supplemental medium. The goal and objective of our program is, 1, to create that brand recognition, that brand awareness in the marketplace that you're looking for. But at the same token, you're facing a secondary challenge, and that is some type of direct response campaign. As much as you're trying to brand and make people aware of your name and presence in the marketplace, at the same token, you're faced with the challenge of driving them to your front door as well.
We've got to drive track. If I can get them in here, I think we've got the sales staff and the inventory that we can take it from there. But the challenge is getting people on the parking lot.
No, you're absolutely right. If there was one advertising medium that worked, everybody would use it, and that would be the sole purpose of advertisement. And we really look at it as OB being an intricate part of the mix of campaigns that you're going to use. And what we'd like to do is kind of broadly touch on how OB can supplement both your radio, both your television, and your newspaper. The feature and benefit of the newspaper is you can get broad reach on this.
Yep.
Here in Dallas, you can hit 500,000 people on a weekly basis. You can hit almost 1 million people on a Sunday basis.
And I can get 50 cars on there if I use a small enough font.
Absolutely. It's a great advertising piece for big, broad information and intricate information as well. Your columns per square inch is going to be a great advantage with the amount of information you want to support on that page. Mm-hmm. The problem with the newspaper, as with radio, is today's Dallas Morning News will replace yesterday's Dallas Morning News. This Sunday's Dallas Morning News reaches a 7-day shelf life. So the goal and objective is going to be frequency in your advertising campaign. Mm-hmm. So yes, you're going to spend a lot of money on the newspaper. It is a great broad reach tool, but at the same token, you're going to have to effectively keep getting in front of those people's eyes every single day.
Right.
And newspaper, great medium, but at the same token, it's becoming more of a passive read. Readership is down 51%. Most of the larger newspaper companies are cutting their circulation because of paper costs. So there's not as much bang for your buck as there used to be, so to speak. But it is a great tool. Right. And the question becomes,
I get my rates for half of what other people are paying. I think I grind them down, and
sure, that's the nature of your business.
You betcha.
So same thing with radio. great broad reach. You can hit several different demographics. What are the features and benefits of it? To the negative side, well, every once in a while I'm going to push a button and disappear when the radio commercials come on. Or you're not going to be able to hit that specific group as compactly as you'd like to, because there's such a broad reach of stations. You have to buy a broad reach. You have to buy different segments, so you can't market effectively. But once again, it's a great brand awareness tool and it's a great direct response tool.
Right. It costs a lot of money to reach to be on 7 to 10 stations at one time. To do that effectively, it takes a big chunk of your budget.
Absolutely. I think what you're going to find when Ed talks to you a little bit more about the program we're developing is the comparative cost dollars when looking at print, when looking at radio. It's a very effective and cost-effective point of view.
I don't know. I don't think I've even noticed an ad on a bus. The whole idea of an ad on the side of a bus, that seems like, my competitors aren't doing it. I think if it was a worthwhile promotional vehicle, we'd have some auto dealers on there, and I haven't seen any in the time I've been here. So I just don't think, if you're riding a bus, you might not have a driver's license. You're not going to be coming into my car lot. So I want to reach people that have a driver's license that want to buy a new car, not people riding a bus.
And that's a great point. And a lot of people feel that way when they first think about transit advertising. But what they found after really recognizing what the tool does is we're not targeting the riders. We're really targeting the drivers, just as a billboard targets drivers. Let's talk about the car business for a second.
Okay.
Outside of looking at the newspaper or watching television or listening to radio, how do people make assertions as to the vehicles they want? What observations do they first have about making a choice on a car?
I think you've got the people that are looking for price and the people that are looking for something sexy, a new car, the new models. We have Honda buyers are very loyal. They come back time after time and upgrade to the newer models.
Do you think a lot of it has to do with observing the car in the marketplace as it drives down the road, or seeing it parked?
Oh yeah, that's why our print ad. If we can get Honda does the national magazine ads. You get that nice 4-color glossy of the new model. It's really about pushing those new models and blowing out the ones that haven't been selling.
Exactly. That's what the goal of the bus advertising is. It is an intrusive form of advertisement. It is a rolling billboard. It is in your face as you're driving. On a day-to-day basis. It's a broad view of people as they walk around the streets. It's a broad view of people as they look out their office windows. No matter where you go, the bus schedule in this town, you're going to see a bus on any given day. And that's the beauty of this product. It is in your face 24/7. You can't buy it 24/7.
Can I change the message daily on the bus? I want to put my, the new car of the day on that bus.
No, absolutely. And what we're really trying to push to you is from a supplemental source is that you can really maximize the return on your investment from newspaper, radio, and television by using this. This creates top-of-mind awareness. They see your ad on the bus, subliminally you're putting your brand in their head. When they see your newspaper ad, it clicks. When they hear your radio ad, it clicks. When they watch your television commercial, it clicks.
Right, because right now no one knows Brad's Honda. All they know is Lou Riley and Dusty Wallace.
Correct. And really what we're looking for is a long-term advertising goal and commitment. Your doors are open 52 weeks a year, so you should be advertising 52 weeks a year. So, and Ed's going to go into some of the specifics that we're talking about as far as our advertising program goes.
Okay.
I bet you didn't think I could talk.
I was wondering about that. Must be the manager and the trainee here.
No.
I should get you guys driving selling cars.
No, we both focus on what we're good at. I just wanted to touch on a few things he said, and I'm sure you've said in plenty of college classes. Marketing 101, and you got your advertising pie, and
Right.
there's your TV and your radio and your newspaper. Is that about?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
That's about what you're doing.
And that's our whole budget. I got to come up with some additional dollars for this free card giveaway.
We wouldn't recommend you stop doing that. We understand this works for you. It's worked for you for years.
Good, because I wouldn't.
It's good. What we're looking for is a slice of your pie. A slice of your pie. I was listening to you while I wasn't talking. The type of things that you wanted to achieve. You want people to know about you because you're branded. So the one thing we need to accomplish is branding. Getting your name out there. Would you agree with that?
That's right. I know that's important because right now people don't know Brad's Honda.
Right. If they want to buy a car, at least they choose a Honda. They want to go to
Right.
brands.
Yeah, not those SOBs down the street.
Exactly. The other thing is, you are having a brand out there. You need a pop. You need to get people to quick no-buy specials. For 3 months, you're running specials.
Yeah, $40,000 a week.
That's a lot of money, $40,000 a week, and you should get a return on that one. Call to action. Call to action is something that you said, can we change these messages daily?
Right.
Well, daily, you can't change it daily, but we can do it in monthly. You know, it takes a month to generate, to reach the impact of the audience. On a 4-week, we bill in 4-week billing period. So in 4 weeks, you can, to answer your questions. It can't be done. These are our 2 goals. And we spend a lot of time, you know, at this, calling on different companies and doing this pitch and everything. This is what we see you want to achieve. Is this correct?
That's right. I gotta get the
Specials.
brand and then the call to action, because I'm doing my grand opening. We're gonna do some special pricing for that. That's only for a 3-month period, and then we're gonna do something else.
Well, the key word I heard in about the whole talk we just had, differentiate. You want to be, you read any of this?
Oh yeah.
Because I can.
Unique.
Differentiate and unique. You want to be different. You want to be different from the other dealers. How can you do this? Are your competitors using these mediums?
They're doing the exact same thing that we're planning on doing.
Right.
And that's frustrating, because at times Riley has a lot bigger budget than we do.
Sure. Right. So they're doing newspaper. So when we open up the newspaper, I see you and I see your competitors.
Right. And if he gets a full-page ad, I better get a full-page ad.
Right. TV, same thing. If I listen to the radio, which I never do, I have CDs, I would hear your ad and I would hear your competitors' ad.
Right.
How we can differentiate is standalone. We cannot put your competitor on the bus that you are on. It cannot. It is a standalone message. There is nothing to interfere with your ad. And that is why we called you up. That is why we cold called you. Because we know. We know because we're experts in this.
So you're not going to go down the road and talk to Riley and Wallace and pitch in the same program?
We sure will. That's our job. We cannot.
So I'm going to be on the same bus as my competitor?
No. There's 600 buses in this market. They are all running on a zillion routes all over the place, which is why we brought this to show you. This is,
Well, I'd like to be different. I'd like to be unique, because I'm in the same place that my competitors are.
you are right here,
Yep.
that big dot. The people that are going to buy your cars 10 miles out, would you
Yep.
say?
Yeah, down in Houston, they would even come from 20 miles if we had the right program in place.
Absolutely. That's great. Here are our routes running. Here is your nucleus. This is your target market here. Robert and I sat down and we came up with a program that we think is going to really achieve the goals that you want. And the real concept that I really want to focus on, and when I said don't stop this is very important. What we see to be of value to you is that we can differentiate you from everybody else, but also we are the glue that sticks all this together. Would you agree that there's a certain part of the people that you advertise that you simply don't hit because they do not get the newspaper?
Sure.
Do not read
I
the
hardly read the newspaper. I just look for my competitors' ads.
I actually read the newspaper. I'm one of the very few people of my generation that does read the newspaper. I love the newspaper. I do not watch TV. So you are going to reach me here, but you aren't going to reach me here. I do listen to the radio, but very rarely. I like to think my thoughts and plan, practice with, talking to you and explain our proposal here. There's a certain element in the TV audience you simply aren't going to reach. For whatever reason, they have children, they don't have time, but you are going to reach some customers. And there's a certain element of the radio. What we are doing is filling in the gaps. We are the glue that's gluing the gap. We're also enhancing the dollars that you're spending here, we're enhancing it because when they see your ad on TV, more than likely they saw it somewhere on the road and they're given, going to get milk, going to pick up the kids, going to their job. They cannot not see it.
Or subconscious clicks.
So those are the reasons we called you and want to present to you the proposal that we have.
Okay, 'cause that TV, I'm getting $1 spot on cable, but they're running at 3 in the morning, so
Sure.
I'm going to call that guy up and give him a
Well,
piece
you're going to
of
reach
mind.
all those college kids. I used to stay up till 3 in the morning watching movies till dawn, and I would definitely. But the problem is, college kids aren't buying new Hondas.
That's right. We need people with money.
That's right. I had a '68 Buick Wildcat convertible, and I loved it, and until it died a good death.
Love those cars.
Money. how much is this going to cost? I just wanted to share with you a few examples. We talk about brand.
Nice. And those are expensive, they look like.
Well,
I know
that's
what it
all
costs to get
relative.
our window graphics done, and it's not cheap.
These are what we call the branding. These are high impact. As you notice, I picked different industries to show you.
Yep.
This is
Harley.
baseball. This is an Ear and C show. This is well, you know what this is.
Sure,
Remax. Can you see your name on the side of a bus? This goes around every day, 7 days a week, month in and month out. This is what we would utilize to brand you.
Can I get my face on the bus?
Sure. As big as you want.
As big as this eagle?
As big as that eagle.
I've got an old photo from about 10 years ago. That might work perfect.
Well, can even put your kid on there if you'd like. You know, holding a
Right,
child.
yeah.
My daddy wants you to come down.
I like it.
Buy me food.
If you notice a similar aspect in here is that it's simple.
Mm-hmm.
The Marlins, Remax, Harley Davidson.
Right.
This they don't even have a name there.
Yeah,
but
there's
it's
not a
our-
lot of room. I mean, they could have put a lot more, you know, your phone, fax number, or email address. You could list some of our top sales.
No, you're absolutely right. And unlike the newspaper, unlike the radio, you're talking about 15 seconds to absorb the information, digest it, and comprehend it. The newspaper, you have an incredible advantage. You've got their eyes glued for a time that's not fixed. Radio, you've got 30 to 60 seconds. You can put a lot more information. The goal here is to brand.
Okay, so this is
Exactly.
more of the branding.
Correct.
But we have a second thing here to achieve what he just touched on. We can do what the newspaper can do. We can do what those other things can do. And that, if I can look through my stacks of paper here, is well, they're here somewhere. They're smaller. They're smaller ads on the sides of the bus.
Okay, I've seen those in
You see those
in
on
the
the-
frame, not the whole side of the bus, but just the sign on the side.
Exactly.
Correct.
And if you're behind the bus, you stopped at a stoplight. How long would you say you can look at the back of a bus?
Well, in traffic, you can be there for, sometimes the light will change twice before you move.
So those things you wanted to put on, those specials,
Right?
for 90 days, you're having 5% interest.
Yep.
You can throw your phone number on there. You can put your location. You can put more information on the side, on the back of the bus. The side of the bus, it's a little less time, but you can put more information. You can get that newspaper reading.
So the car giveaway could be on the smaller signs.
Absolutely. And you can
exactly.
bridge the campaign.
Right.
You
What do
hit
they
it
cost?
right on the head.
What's the price of those small signs?
It's a call to the action. We have a package here we put together, and I'll show it to you right here. We looked at what you shared with us, which not many people do, but it really makes our job so much easier when we know what kind of funds you're working with.
Yep.
We know you're working with $40,000 a week.
Yeah, and that's
You know
gonna
what we
drop
want?
after a year. That's
Sure.
just for my first year.
We understand that. We have a one-year program here for you. What we came up with, $6,500 a week. That is 15% of what, we want 15% of what you're spending. That's 5% from your TV, 5% from your radio, 5% from newspaper. Negligible amount from each one. We want a narrow sliver of your marketing pie.
Or maybe take 10 out of the 10 out of the TV, because I don't like the cable guy.
And that's at your discretion.
Keep my newspaper.
But don't look at it as we're moving dollars from where you're currently spending. Look at it as a second return on investment into the initial media you're buying.
So you're saying I'm not gonna increase my overall budget, monthly budget to 40?
No.
No, we're accomplishing two things here. We're enhancing the value of the dollars you're spending from reminding people when they see newspaper, it's the familiarity breeds contempt.
Okay.
When they see your name over and over, it enhances the value of that. Secondly, we're reaching the people that this, and this are missing. For whatever reasons they're missing it, they're missing it.
We recoup the cracks and crevices.
Then I don't wanna pay $6,500 for one bus. I don't think that's gonna get the job done.
Well, this is what $6,500 is going to get you. It is going to get you 3 full wraps,
3 of them, okay.
3 of them.
Now can I have a different design on each one?
Yes, you can. You can have a different design. on each
additional
one.
cost?
No additional cost.
Who does the artwork?
We do. Or
Is additional cost for
you
that?
can sit. He's asking
Okay.
the right question.
Yes, he is.
It also gets you 30 other signs. It gets
30
you
of the small signs.
Correct.
He
Okay.
and I sat down. We figured, what is it? How do we reach the majority of people on the routes that you want to be on? You need to be on 15 backs, and you need to be on 15 sides On the back, we have something called a super tail. And as you can see from this picture, that
Yeah.
is exactly what it is.
I like that.
And
Okay.
that's where you can do those specials. That's where you can do about your 5% down or win a car in the next 90 days.
Right, the car giveaway.
The car giveaway. We
Okay.
recommend that sign be up for 3 months. 4 weeks, 4 weeks, and 4 weeks. Our
Okay.
company bills in 4-week billing periods. The other one here is the Kong, the
Right.
side of the bus. And that's where you can also put some of your, keep it simple because it's the side, it's a little,
Right, but I get
the
my
right
face
time.
on that one.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to do. He and I sat down and we know car dealers. You want to know, okay, this is great, but what more can you do to me? OB Media does the advertising for the transit districts. We make substantial financial guarantees to the transit district. These books get audited and everything, and we just can't give away left and right and left and right. But there is some latitude. I met Robert, sat down with me, the general manager, we saw what else can we do for you.
Right, because I want some freebies.
I'm sure.
I'm not paying sticker price.
We're aware of that, and that's why we sat down and figured out.
It'd be top dollar for your trade, trust me.
Great.
Because where you are, there are 5 major areas that you need to cover. And on a branding campaign, you need to be on 5 buses.
Okay.
This program that we designed is 3 wraps. We are going to bonus you 2 full wraps. These are all on a 52-week annual basis.
Now you're talking.
The only thing that you have to pay for is production because that's our out-of-pocket cost. And that's I'll get those numbers to you.
It's
from
no
our
different than
corporate.
the advertising dollars you throw in on the invoice of your cars.
Okay, makes
Exactly.
sense.
You understand the other stuff, the production is all included because
Right.
you're an annual program.
Okay.
The other point I want to make is because you're doing a branding campaign with us, because it's an annual basis, you fall under the preferred customer program. And these other kings and tails that we're doing, we were able to drop it down to $6,500 because you're getting the benefit because you're a preferred customer.
So that's not rate card, the 6,500?
No.
Okay.
That's something that I didn't tell you, but that's a benefit. And here is something else we're going to do for you. It's a demographic mapping program that our company spent a lot of money. I don't know how much it was, but I was told it was a lot. I used to ask my dad how much money he made when I was a kid. He used to say a lot. So I don't know what a lot is. It could be $5, could be $1,000, but it could be $1 million. And this can show you where how many people live in your area or what kind of customer you get. The beautiful thing is with this program, you're reaching
Okay.
your target market.
How do I know it works, Eddie?
You know what? That is the
Because in the newspaper, people come in with, they tear out the ad and walk in and say, I want this Accord.
That is the $64,000 question. There is a guru in the industry called Daniel Mann. He comes up with a book about reach and frequency, and I can show you all those numbers and how many they're reaching. You can tell me they're fudged by 10%, and I can tell you they're underdone by 10%. And I'll be happy to get those numbers to you and show it. Much like the Billboard company has their numbers, we have ours too, and I'll be happy to present those to you. It works because you can see how everybody else does it, of course, number one. But number 2,
Right.
part of it is a leap of faith. Part of it is your own gut instinct. Part of it is you as a professional. You know what works and what doesn't, what sells cars and what doesn't. The reality is you go out, you drive, it's in front of you. You have no choice but to see it. It's forced upon you.
But if you're looking for a tangible means of measurement, take what you've done in Houston, take what comparable dealers are doing, just off of the radio, television, and newspaper, and use this program and see what percentage of increase you have from each of those.
Okay. Now, can I try this for a month or just for the first 3 months? Do a couple of full wraps
No, frequency's the key. You're in the paper every week.
Right?
You know what? The program for transit advertising is not designed that way. We're accomplishing the 2 things you need: the branding and the call to action.
Okay.
Now, this is a wonderful thing that we call, I'm sure you've noted before, a contract.
Oh, yeah.
Although we have to use the word agreement.
Correct.
I laid it out for you because I already knew you were going to be so excited. It lays out the 3 full wraps, the 2 bonus wraps, the production cost here, the 15 tails, and the 15 things to penetrate your market. How do you think you feel about what we presented to you and how we can accomplish your goals?
Look at it this way. If one person out of a city of 1 million people sees this bus and buys an average ticket item of 20 grand, which is what the average Honda item costs, you've paid for almost your entire months of advertising. Just one.
I've got overhead and commissions and sales reps ripping me off. But that's a good point. If I could sell 3 more cars,
It's a 300% return on your investment.
And you're spending no more money.
And I'm not increasing the budget,
No,
correct?
you're not.
And I'm different, and I'm unique.
You are supplementing budgets, you are.
And Luke Riley's not gonna do this.
No, he's not. Well, he may.
He may, but you know what? You're gonna be the first one on the block and the first one to market.
This will be the same trendsetter you were in Houston and Dallas.
So what's the total package per month?
$6,500.
Per week.
Per
So it'd
week.
be 26,000 per month. And it
26,000 per
represents
month. Wow.
15%. So we're
That's a
26,000. How about 20,000 for the whole package per month?
You know what?
You know, I knew you were going to say that.
We did, didn't we?
We did. You want a one-price dealership. This is a one-price package.
This is the no haggle part.
You got it. We already did the discount.
All right, you better not let me down.
We're not going.
We're not going to.
All right. Let's get some price